Hi, this is just a quick update really to talk to you about what's happening with my book 100 must-read fantasy novels, which I know many of you want to get but have struggled to find. So I'm just going to talk you through what's happening with the book at the moment. Here we are in July 2023. So this is what's happening. The book is currently out of print in a hard copy. It had one printing like this. This is a copy of the first printing when it was first issued in 2009. It didn't have any publicity, unlike my other books. As a consequence, it didn't sell very well. It was the time of the financial crash. My publicist had moved on. I had a new one who didn't quite cut the ice, didn't get us any publicity, and the book sort of vanished without trace really, and it sold gradually and then went out of print. Now, since then, it's been available as an ebook, both in the Kindle format for Amazon customers, in most English-speaking territories, and also available as a PDF or alternative sort of ebook from Bloomsbury. You can find it on there. I'll stick a link in the community page. I have done that before. Somebody the other day said they couldn't find it on Amazon.com in the States, and I found it straight away. If you're going to look on a phone or a tablet, you won't essentially get the same page as you do on a PC. So if you're book shopping, do it on a PC because you're more likely to find what you're after. The more correct bibliographical detail you put into a search field on Amazon, the more likely you are to find something. First of all, select books or Kindle store. If you're going for a Kindle, put in the full title, spell it correctly, 100 must-read fantasy novels, and include both author names. Nick Renison, that's R-E-N-N-I-S-O-N, is the first credited author on this. Nick's my co-author on these. And Stephen E. Andrews, and make sure you have Stephen with a PH. The E is there to distinguish from the other Stephen Andrews in the world, because there's lots of them. So that's an important thing. It is out there on Kindle. Now, I have mentioned on the channel that at the moment I've been in discussion for some weeks with Bloomsbury about getting the print-on-demand edition back into print, because the other two books in the series, which are still going strong, 100 must-read science fiction novels, is still available print-on-demand, and you can get that in the UK, the US, most English-speaking territories, and there's even an edition in Bulgarian. Also, same goes for 100 must-read books for men, which also has books for genre content in it as well. This one was co-written with Duncan Bowis, B-O-W-I-S, just out of interest. So, as I said, I've been in touch with Bloomsbury, trying to get them to get a new print-on-demand edition out there. But at the moment, they're not interested. So what they're going to do, they're going to release the rights back to Nick and I, because when you have a book that's in print, whether it's a hard copy, a print-on-demand edition, or an ebook, the author can't reclaim the rights until those things have gone for 6 months. Now, I know some people have bought this as a Kindle ebook or a regular ebook, but they want a hard copy, or people don't want an ebook, and I don't blame them. I don't go near ebooks myself. It's just not my thing. So people have wanted this, and it's frustrating because it's become quite collectible and hard to get. So I've talked to them, and they are going to let Nick and I have the rights back. Nick and I have been in touch today, and he has to give his consent as well, which is going to happen. And then we're going to try and find another publisher, and we'll either do that or do it ourselves. So we'll see, because I just want to get it back out there, because there's an audience of people who want it, who've never been able to get it. So that's something that's in progress. It's hard to say when it will be back. I'd like to think it'll be this year. It'll involve some work, of course. You can help me by watching more of my YouTube videos. The more of my stuff you watch, especially if you watch the stuff which is the non-SF and non-fantasy stuff, it gets my views up. That frees up some time for me, so I don't have to pump out extra content, and that will give me some time to actually get back to work on the book. And it's hard to say what we'll do. It won't be a straight reissue. The title may well change. The content will change a bit. It probably won't come entirely up to date. It's going to remain focused on classic fantasy, because what I found on the channel is what people are interested in on this channel is the 20th century fantasy, and really there isn't a guide out there for what happened before. You know, with a lot of contemporary stuff from the last year, 10 years, whatever, there's lots of reviews. So the older stuff, there's nothing professional, and this puts it into context. So it'll probably be that way, but it will have some new content, and we'll see. So that is in progress at the moment, as I say. At the moment, there is no sign of a revised edition for 100 must-read science fiction novels because it is still selling, and I'm very, very pleased that everybody who's bought it has bought it and enjoyed it, but it is out of date. Nick and I would like to expand and revise it. We'd like to go to 150 titles. We'd like it in a different format. I've never liked this format, so we'll see. It's difficult because at the moment Bloomsbury are still making some money out of this. I obviously want to keep selling it because I'm making a small amount out of it. Very modest, believe you me. But at the same time, I would like to revise and expand it and tie it in more with what we've been doing at Outlaw Bookseller, and especially revise the additional material because my thinking about genre has evolved and become more professional, I feel, since we wrote this. It was way back in 2006. And again, I'm not keen on the format. So we'll see what happens there. So that's the update on what's happening with that. If you're having trouble getting hold of my books, now, as I say, you'll struggle to get this in a hard copy because now it's only second-hand copies. These are still print on demand, absolutely fine. You can get them. You shouldn't have a problem if you know how to do a search. Get in touch with me, make a comment below this video or on the community page, and I'll get back to you. But searching for books to buy second-hand or new isn't an art, it's a science, and it's all about being exact in your spelling and about learning how the different search functions work. For example, there is an advanced search function on Amazon, but it's no good. It's no good at all. If you can get an ISBN number, that's much, much better because you can search with that. The ISBNs are on the back of the books. They're on the Amazon pages. I have an Amazon author page for the UK, so it's amazon.co.uk. Just put in Stephen E. Andrews. When one of my books comes up, you can then click on my name. It goes to the page, and all the extant and non-extant stuff is there, listed by format, hardcover, paperback. That includes deep ends and everything I've ever done professionally in a publishing thing. So there you go, not magazines, of course. So that's where we are on that. I will update this video as I know more what's happening. We are hoping to get the book back into print. It's early days yet. As soon as we get moving, I'll let you know. And then when we've got an approximate date, we'll sort of pop that up as well. Thanks for your support. Keep watching the channel in the meantime. As I say, the more you watch of my videos, the more that will free me up time so I can get to work on the book side of things and get that to you. Thanks a lot. See you again. Bye for now.